House prices. We've got, now remember that report came out yesterday that home builds are down 11%. All right, so now remember, housing starts, building permits, okay? Housing starts are the actual building of the home. Permits are where you pull the permit to get permission to build it, right? So you got to look at those two different things. So we saw some really odd data that came out yesterday, and some people kind of read into the headlines a little bit. So I kind of want to break it down for you guys and give you an explanation of what it means and what the potential is when we're looking at this. Now, there's a lot of misunderstanding about inventory, about houses. There's a lot of places where housing market is opening up. There is more inventory, right? But rates are just too high. People can't afford to take the mortgages out. People that are buying cash have already bought or are waiting for the next opportunity because they think that house prices are going to come down before rates come down. So you've got a little bit of a stalemate there. In other places, there is no inventory. It depends on where people are leaving. Like people moved into Austin. There's actually people starting to move out of Austin now. Obviously, month over month, it's a little bit different. So let's do housing starts versus building permits. All right. So yesterday we got the news out that housing starts dropped 11%. That is not a good number. You don't want to see the amount of housings that permits were on that were supposed to get started drop by 11%. But permits were up 7% actually. Let's just round up. So does anybody want to tell me what this means in their idea? And if you were in yesterday's morning call, you don't cheat. Anybody who wasn't in there yesterday. What could this potentially mean? Not to be mean, but I can't read your handwriting. Maybe you're not a visual learner. Maybe you're an audio learner. All right, I don't know. Don't make me do it. Please don't make me do it the second time today. Sorry for holding up class. It's okay. I know you didn't mean to do it, okay? Yeah, you did it. What? Okay, bro. Hey. Not right now, okay? Okay. This is month-over-month data. Now, it's hard to tell month-over-month what exactly this means. All right? But the way I interpret this is if we got two pieces of data that matter. Earlier this week, we saw that last month, 60,000 purchase agreements were pulled or walked away from. Why does he have a fox? Oh, you weren't here earlier. Okay, good. There was a moment in the stream that I don't really want to relive. 60,000 purchase agreements were walked away from. People are starting to realize how much this is actually going to cost them. All those videos I did about how much it's actually going to cost you to own a home was never about not buying a home. It was just letting you know how much it was actually going to cost. A lot of people out there said, well, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyways. They got their house at 7%, $500,000. Their first payment came through for $3,500, and they got their escrow payment, their tax or insurance. Their insurance may have gone up. They got their maintenance. They got their closing costs, everything like that, and they realized, I'm fucked. Or they start seeing that they were getting conditional offers and the price is going up, whatever. They're walking away from it. People are walking away from it. Not in the sense of like a 2008 kind of thing, but there's a bit, okay? So we saw that happen. So we know that. So we say, all right, does that mean we have less buyers? Maybe, maybe not. People are still forced to buy, but a lot of people are sitting at their houses. So the question is what's next? If this is a inventory issue, if this is a supply and demand issue, well, in my opinion, if I was in the government, I would incentivize home builders to put more inventory out there, but they're not doing that. So when you see housing starts drop 11%, but permits up, well, it's obviously not a trend, because if it was a trend, then they'd stop pulling permits. And this isn't just people walking away. So why would we see that? Now, I could be completely wrong, but I think that this 1 month is weather related. personally. Because in the last month, we had 2 hurricanes. One run up on Southern California, and one through Florida. Now, while neither of them did significant damage compared to what they could have, that puts a halt on anybody trying to start a house. The days leading up to it, the days during it, and the days after. Cleanup. There's aftermath. There's a lot. And when you have 2 hurricanes in 2 very populous areas, especially Florida, where everybody's fucking flocking to, and housing prices are going up and housing bills are going nuts. Plus, this also affected Las Vegas and other states, right? In my opinion, that was a large contributing factor to housing starts going down in 1 month. If permits are still going up, then that means there's still interest. They're still buying and they're still building. There's still permits being pulled to start houses. Now, I could be wrong, but my small brain says you have an 11% drop in housing starts, but permits are still up. Is it everybody walking away, or is it from the fact that one of the most populous areas in all of the West Coast of the United States and the state that has the biggest increase in home building both had to put a pause because of hurricanes in the same month? I don't know. That's just how my brain plays this. We'll see next month. That's why I bought the dip on a couple things that when it comes to home building. When there was a freak out. I don't know. I could be wrong. We'll see. But that's how my brain works, and I'm guessing. But that's what made sense to me. Do you think home insurance going up is driving a lot of people to sell? No. What are they going to do when they sell? They're going to lose way more money if they're golden handcuffed in, even if they have my mortgage is at 2.85%. My insurance went up by 40%, right? So I'm going to pay an additional couple $1,000s a year. But if I sell this house and go buy another one, I'm going to pay a couple $1,000s a month in interest. No, that's not enough to drive people out. You really seem to enjoy handcuffs? I gotta eat my enchilada.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, you, I'm talking to you. Hey, how you doing there? Can I say that word?
No, you can't. You'll get us in trouble.
But he is.
No, you literally can't say that word on Twitch, but...
Well, it's me. It's not you.
Yeah, but he's probably just a kid. That's what we got to educate them and not f***ing...
You're a bitch.